Okay, be seated. We begin with words from the Psalms. Shiviti Adonai, I set God before my eyes always. Shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid, ki mimini balemot. Lachen samach libi veyagel kevodi, af besari yishkon lavetat. Ki lo tazov nafshi lishol, lo titein chasidcha lirot shachat, todi'eni orach chayim, orach chayim. Sova semachot et panecha, nehimot bimincha netzach. Shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid, ki mimini balemot. Death has taken our beloved Irwin, Liss. Our friends grieve in their darkened world. In their silence, there is lamentation. In their tears, there is loneliness. Lost in their sorrow, many find the presence of loving friends. Hear them, O God, be with them. For Irwin's love has united us in life, which death cannot sever. For his companionship that we shared along life's path, and which continues through the tenderness of memory. For the gifts of his heart and mind that brought us joy and happiness, and is now a precious remembrance. For all these and more, we give thanks to God. In this time of grief, we listen to the voice of our sacred scriptures that brings us the ever-new message of God's nearness. It tells us of our kinship with the Creator, in light as in darkness, in joy as in sorrow, in life as in death. Adonai ro'i lo achsar, binot deshe yabitzeni. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. O God, you have been our refuge in every generation. Before the mountains came into being, before you brought forth the earth and the world, from eternity to eternity, you are God. You return us to dust. You decree, return you mortals. For in your sight 1,000 years are as yesterday when it has passed, as a watch in the night. You engulf us in sleep. We are like grass that renews itself. At daybreak, it flourishes anew, and at dusk it withers and dries up. The span of our life is 80 years and 10, or given strength 80. But the best of those years have trouble and sorrow. They pass by speedily, and we are in darkness. Teach us therefore so to number our days, that we may attain a heart of wisdom. Turn to us, O God, show mercy to your servants. Satisfy us at daybreak with your steadfast love, that we may sing for joy all our days. Let your deeds be seen by your servants. Let your glory be their children. May you favor, O God, be upon us. Establish the work of our hands, that it may long endure. In his sorrow, Job cried out, Adonai natan v'Adonai lakach. Yehi Shem Adonai mevorach. God has given, God has taken away. Blessed be the name of God. Let's take a few moments of silent prayer and reflection. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in your sight, O God, our strength and Redeemer. Our Rabbi Emeritus, Danny Roberts, a longtime friend and rabbi of Irwin, sent me these words to share with you today. How blessed I was to arrive at Temple Emmanuel in 1973, to not only have Rabbi Alan S. Green as my teacher, but to have a whole congregation of caring, devoted congregants. Among those were Irv and Gert Liss. Irv was such a blessing to the success of the congregation. His involvement in its activities, the couples club, and all the friends they made there were fabulous. I just can't remember if Irv and Gert were ever president of the couples club, but I do remember so many events they organized and were involved in. Then, how blessed was the brotherhood to have Irv Liss as a member. He was involved not only in all the various activities, but most importantly, he made Shabbat services and the High Holy Days that much more orderly, as he welcomed members at the door and made them feel welcome. Then he gave them a prayer book and directed them to a good seat. For year after year, Irv was there for us as rabbis for a long period of time as head usher, to help make services special and then to handle incidents that happened behind the scenes so that services went on seamlessly. I cannot thank you, his family, enough for loaning Irv to us and sacrificing family time so that he could be of service at the temple. I admire Irv for his devotion to the study sessions he attended. When he did share in them, for generally he sat quietly to the side and was the one offering study guides to the latecomers, he had deep insights to add to the discussion. I loved coming to the Liss home and watching everyone participating in typesetting books for John Carroll or doing the temple bulletin. It was a real learning experience for me, and I remember Irv volunteering to deliver meals on wheels. I went with him once on his daily route. He knew everyone and spent a few precious moments with each of them as he delivered. And then, in the apartment houses, he would fly down the steps as I would slowly make my way down. And I thought I was in shape. I only wish that I could be with you as a family at this sacred moment. But as his daughters and son, know that I think you had a terrific father. One who gave of himself to others and fulfilled his duties in this world as a son, a husband for 60 years, and as a father. And that it is all that one can ask of a person. My love, your rabbi. If any of the family members would wish to come forward to share a word, no. Then we will continue. You, Terry, would like to say a word. Why don't you use the microphone?
Whatever went on, we all knew that Dad would be watching and listening and observing and thinking to himself of what was going on around him. He was always alert to his surroundings and was always there to help. And I just hope that the rest of us, myself, can do as well. Thank you.
I would like to say, in addition to
for sharing that with us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar etchem b'tzalmo. We praise you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who forms us in the divine image, who nourishes and sustains us in your goodness, who causes all of us to die, and who implants immortal life within each of us. If you would please rise now for the recitation of El Malei Rachamim. El Malei Rachamim shochen b'meromim hamentzei menucha nechona tachat kanfei hashechina im kedoshim utehorim kezohar harakia mazhirim et nishmat Yisrael Meir ben Mordechai Halevi v'Gitel shehalach le'olamo Baal harachamim Yastirehu beseter kenafav le'olamim V'yitzror b'tzror hachayim et nishmato Adonai hu nachalato V'yanuach b'shalom al mishkavo V'nomar amen. Compassionate God, eternal spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to Irwin Liss, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let him find refuge in your eternal presence, and let his soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is his eternal inheritance. May he rest in peace, and let us say together, Amen. we have laid to rest Irwin Liss, son of Mordecai and Gittel, grandson of Anna and Israel Liss, and Lena and Samuel Plotkin. In a moment, you will have an opportunity to come forward and put a handful of sand in the grave as a symbol of your attending to his final physical needs here on this earth. Together we recite the words of Mourner's Kaddish. If you have not received a card, they are available. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabba mivarach le'alam ulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha berichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da amiran be'ama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. This brings our ceremony to a conclusion. You may wish to remain for a moment to pay your final respects, and you may walk away when you're ready.